And you know what else is wild? Wardell, Stephen Curry, the damn second. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all on something real quick, right? Stephen Curry is having such an electrifying year right now, right? This man, Kyle, actually, let me give kudos to Kyle. Kyle, what did you say happened when Steph Curry cut his hair?
So he got a haircut a couple weeks ago, and I said, if he gets a fade, or once he got the fade, it's over for the league. And he has proceeded to basically put the entire league on site and is just mowing teams down in the process.
In Stephen Curry's last 5 games, 6 games, he's had 49, 34, 37, 41, and 30, and 37. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, there is absolutely, positively, there's no level higher than Stephen Curry right now. He's been doing this, like Kyle said, the last 2 weeks. I know that I've been talking about him for the last month or so, but it's really hard not to repeat yourself, because when someone is on a pace like this is history. This is literally one of the craziest runs a player has ever made. And I'm talking about right alongside Kobe Bryant in 2006. We're talking James Harden a few years ago when he went for like 35 a game, and he was just like torching the league with like, I think it was like 20 something games with 30 plus points. And these players are just, they're doing it at clips that are just unheard of, right? So Steph Curry is averaging 31 points per game, 31.9, literally a fucking ass crack away from 32. He's averaging 48% from the field, 42.9, almost 43% from the three-point line, 5 and 5 in rebounds and assists. And the fucking Warriors are 2 games above 500 with Draymond Green and fucking Andrew Wiggins being their best next players. Excuse me, they lost their number 2 overall pick, James Wiseman, like 6 weeks ago. And this man is, I can't speak. I'm not a Warriors fan, but the way that this man's playing basketball is just ridiculous. And Kyle and I were talking about it. I truthfully and honestly, wholeheartedly believe that the NBA needs to get rid of this stupid stigma that the MVP has to come from a top 4 seeded player. Because if you are looking at most valuable player on a team, it's Stephen Curry, and it's not even close. All of these other teams have supporting cast members around them. The Nuggets had Jamal Murray prior to injury. They had Michael Porter Jr. They acquired Aaron Gordon. You know what I mean? The Lakers have Anthony Davis. They have Montrezl Harrell. They have LeBron James. They have Kadavius Caldwell-Pope, and the list goes on. You're looking at one player on this whole team that's carried them from like the 11th or 12th seed all the way to the 8th into a play-in. And it's a one-game winner takes all. I'm putting all my money in my account on Steph Curry because for one game, I need you to fucking pop off. He's been doing it all season. Dude, 32 points a game by yourself, no help? I don't want to hear it, bro. I all the respect in the world to Nikola Jokic. He's been a consistent pillar in this league all season, bro. His stats are insane for a 7-footer. He's averaging 26, 10, and 8. Almost 27, 11, and 9. Almost. With a steal and a half a game and just under a block a game. At fucking 7 foot. And the Nuggets are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Like I said, great numbers. But he's not doing it at the clip that Steph is. Nobody is, honestly. The closest person is Bradley Beal. And that's because Bradley Beal's got to score because him and Russell are the only 2 players doing anything on that team, realistically. But he has a running mate. He has Russell Westbrook. He has someone to distribute. He has someone to give him the ball or get a rebound and give him the ball. Steph don't got that. Steph's playing with LA Fitness people right now. Are you kidding me right now? Damian Lee, his brother-in-law, playing like shit. Andrew Wiggins, he had maybe a 3 or 4 game stretch where he was averaging like 24 a game. The rest of the season, Kelly Oubre, gaga. Draymond Green, I don't know what the fuck's going on with you. I don't even know who plays the 5 for them. Does it matter? No. He's doing something that hasn't been done since 2006. And I make 2006 a reference point because Kobe Bryant was averaging damn near 36 points per game, but because he wasn't a top-seeded on a top-seeded team in the West, Steve Nash won the fucking MVP, averaging 18 and 11. Granted, he had a historic year, 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, 90% from the freaking free throw line, which it hasn't really been done very often. The 50-40-90 club is a very exclusive club. Dirk Nowitzki's a part of that club, by the way. I get it, but bro, when you're talking value, importance, dominance, these are the players you need to give homage to. These are the people you need to respect and award for just genuinely being the best player in the league right now. Are you kidding me right now? This shouldn't be a debate. This shouldn't be a vote. He's not going to win unanimously, obviously. The one time he did that, I don't even know if it should have been unanimous because there were some other players in the league at the time that were playing very well. But nevertheless, Steph is the first unanimous MVP ever. I think that this man is either right up on Jokic's fucking tail or he's in his ass. Like, yo, bro, I'm fucking here. And especially if he does hold off and carry them into the Western Conference playoffs and he wins, even if it's just one game of the play-in, let alone both. If they make it to the 7th seed, Kyle, he better win MVP. Like this roster is basura without Stephen Curry on the roster, bro. There's no shot Steph Curry doesn't win MVP, or at least doesn't deserve to win. Yo, Mike Casada, if you're listening, bro, I'm fucking preaching for you, boy. I don't want to hear no slander. And then when I fucking get mad, if the fucking Warriors play the Mavs in the playoffs this year or some other shit, I can't talk my shit about him because I've been supporting him all year. I'm just throwing that out there. I had to say that. Sorry, Casada's the big fucking Stephen Curry fan, and he was on my podcast a couple months back, maybe a year ago. But yeah, that's all I got to say. That's my motherfucking rant right here.
So if you take Steph Curry away from Golden State,
number 1 pick, number 2 pick in the draft. They're side by side with the Rockets.
How many wins do you think that this team would realistically get without Steph on the team? Because the Rockets don't even have. I don't even think the Rockets have 20 wins on the season.
The Rockets have 16 wins. If Steph Curry's not on this fucking team, and you solely are relying on Andrew Wiggins, which is what they did last year, we're talking maybe 20 wins, maybe 19. Like they suck. They're just all. When Steph doesn't play, they lose by 50. He didn't play against Toronto, and they lost by 54.
Who did they play against? Wasn't it OKC?
Toronto.
Oh, it's Toronto. And Toronto's been
50-something points, bro.
And Toronto's been mediocre the entire season, too.
Yeah. Granted, Steph Curry mainly gets these points from beyond the arc. I understand that. There are a lot of times where Steph is pulling from everywhere. But if you are watching these games and you see that basically everybody on this team is like incompetent, you gonna shoot 50 fucking threes too, man. He literally is trying to will this team to win. We've seen him animated on the sideline, diving for balls, loose balls, yelling at referees. He's doing it all. He's doing it all alone. I know a lot of people have done this in their careers. LeBron James has done it. Kobe Bryant has done it. Dirk Nowitzki has done it. And a litany of other players in NBA history that have done it alone, that have carried their teams into the postseason. But when you talk about this particular season and the clip that he's doing it, I think that he truthfully and rightfully deserves to win MVP.
I'm just amazed by just the little amount of space that he can create and just knock down shots from 35 to 40 feet like it's a practice session. I've never seen anybody, the only person I could really think of that kind of does it at a similar clip, but not the way that Steph does, is maybe Damian Lillard. But Steph, I honestly thought that Golden State was going to be in real trouble after James Wiseman went out of the lineup with his injury. Because who's going to protect the paint? And we both mentioned that Steph would have to score 35 to 40 points a game consistently to keep Golden State relevant. He's lived up to that and then some. I can't get the stat line out of my head. He dropped 49 points in 29 minutes against OKC. Granted, OKC is not the greatest team in the world. It's still an NBA team, though.
He was getting doubled the majority of that game.
And you score 50 points in
less than a half hour.
In two and a half quarters of playing time. Like, that's silly. Like, the guy was pulling up from 40 and knocking him down. He even got fouled on a 3-point shot with like 30 seconds left. threw from like 35 feet and splashed it. It was just silly. I could go on and on about this guy, and I could basically just piggyback off of everything that you just said. But this guy needs to be a serious MVP candidate. I'm not talking about like, oh, he's definitely like in the top 5 of the MVP conversation. No, I'm talking like top 2. That's where he needs to be, because I fully agree with what you said. Just because that Golden State isn't a top 4 seed in the Western Conference doesn't mean that Steph Curry should be exempt from the MVP discussion because of that. He is single-handedly taking this team from essentially a trash can from last year because they were just god-awful with nobody on the roster, mainly because everybody was hurt, to where he's going to make this team a playoff team. You take Steph out of the lineup, this is a number 1, number 2 team picking in the draft. That's his impact. It's unbelievable, and I just want to see more from the guy. If this guy can carry these type of performances into the playoffs, where they get out of the play-in tournament and into the playoffs, man, that's going to be fun to watch. I don't think Golden State's going to make it past the first round of the playoffs this year, but Steph Curry is going to make those performances compelling because he's going to keep them in most of the games that they play in.
Last stat fact, because I have to. It sits here. It literally eats away at me if I don't say it. Steph Curry is 80 career threes away from Ray Allen's all-time record. He's played 600 less games than Ray Allen. 600. Oh, and Steph missed a lot of time in the beginning of his career with the ankle injuries. And he missed all of last season. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I just provide y'all the information, and you do with it what you please. But I'm gonna throw some more at you, just to give you more, clarity for the campaign. I might start an MVP for Steph Curry chant or like trend on Twitter. He's got 10 40-point games this season. In his career, he has 21 games of 10 plus threes or more. The second place player on that list is Klay Thompson with 5. He's had like 6 of those games this year. I'm just do with it what you will. I am a mere fan of the sport that is basketball.
So check this out, just to kind of add another stat here. So Steph Curry has the most threes compared to anybody else in the league this year with 324. Buddy Hield of the Sacramento Kings is in second place with 269. So that puts him about 55 behind Steph. Buddy Hield has played 7 more games than Steph has, and Steph hasn't beat by 55 freaking 3-pointers made.
Oh,
I mean, you put Steph Curry, you give Steph Curry 7 more games, Steph would damn near be around 375. Just the way that he's been playing this entire season. He would be almost 100 3-point shots made higher than the second place person, which is Buddy Hield, and then Damian Lillard is in third. And he's around 260 3-pointers made this year. He's had to do it, though. It's all on him. And Golden State is basically dependent on one player, and that's Steph. Wherever he goes, they go. It's as simple as that.